The State of the Union. The Union is in a state. Another cocky politician on a hot, rocky road to perdition, then that old toad roadkill left rotting on the right, that spate of loser candidates and outdated running mates twitches like frightening and lit up with lightning Frankensteins to life. The State of the Union is that the Union is in a state. The state of the right shilling for gun rights and birthrights and states' rights and the blight of the Christian right there on the right, far to the right of what's right. The State of the Union is that the Union is in a state. A state of affairs where money swears and honey grows scarce as honeybee scares cross-pollinate with seeds that get seeded with the same GMO DNA so that one natural blight easily seen coming in natural light ends the fight. Calls off the rumble with a lost fight of bumblebees ground up by Roundup, bringing unarmed small farms to their knees. In case we don't know, the only plant they want to see grow is the plant with a sign that says Monsanto. Oh, no. And the fun of guns stuns us like stun guns with long guns and handguns, unbanned guns, kings and queens with grand magazines, men with so many bullets, the bullets of old won't never grow cold, firing so hot, some of us ain't never got to grow old. Some say we forgot. Another kid shot, another one down, another cool gun in another school lot. But gun manufacturers, please, do as you please and continue the biz. Who the fuck does Trump think he is? When the State of the Union is that the Union is in a state. Guns don't kill people. The people with mental health issues with guns, them's the one kill people. But people, they say we got to deal with a lot of the real feel of all that mental health deficit that sucks our wealth. It's mental health. That's the problem, right? Not guns. No way it's guns. Can't be guns. Don't say it's guns. Guns ain't the ones. Guns is fun. Look, there's a good guy with guns. But the same insane fat folks with gats who hold themselves blameless, the gun nut at the butt of old jokes like mental health yokes, those yokels wouldn't vote to augment one program, one plan. They don't think we can. Nah, it's too late to allocate one nickel to unpickle the pickled brain of the mentally insane. They argue it plain, that's too much government. They try to explain. Then elect the one stunner, a one-hit gunner with a suspect brain to make America great. Too fucking late. No way they're gonna not tell their own truth and fight tooth and nail to assail any plan to make sure it fails. Ain't even gonna pray for that. It's an impossibility. Ain't no way to pay for that. 'Cause fiscal responsibility. Ain't nothing you can say to that. So it's too bad that crazy, retard, fat kid got a hold of his daddy's old gat. He's just another cold stack. Too bad your 6-year-old got in the way of that. Too bad we can't go to the mat because Second Amendment. Ain't nothing you can say to that. Who the fuck's this president thinks we is? He thinks climate change is a Chinese hoax, whether or not you chokes on burned coal or turn to oil or toil for tar sands. Understand the global cycle of heat and cool is cool. No matter what we do, you can't change the climate no matter what you do. No matter what any old science jerk say that we must. It just don't work that way. Who are you going to trust? The God who created you from dust. Right? Not just a bunch of science number crunchers out to lunch with a hunch about how to protect their own jobs. These pocket-protected slobs, unsatisfied unless they've wrecked these poor, defenseless oil companies, thoughtlessly brought to their knees. It's not like we've never seen this before. Please. Go back to tobacco companies, paying to say whatever they please, to see who brought who to their knees, praying that lung cancer leaves. Please? You want to make their argument for them? Breathing rarefied carbonized air with nary a care, they'll let you, and then they'll forget you. Just like Philip Morris and R.J. Reynolds and Brown and Williamson, don't bore us with science. You can't defy us. We're the energy folks. We're not joking. We're smoking just like we smoked you before. This time it's Halliburton backing us down with carbon suicide, fracking, hacking our cough until they get off. Staying while leaving us praying that the bone cancer they left in our groundwater finally leaves. Please. When up close in the fluorescence, the effervescence of his own cologne, don't kiss the twisted view of himself that lets him treat us like bones and lard in the boneyard of our own backyard with his business card. His decision to discard hard truth, incarcerating with derision and a dismissive en garde, a twisted canard, due to the pain in his brain that ain't working that hard. With stains on his satin, with rich foods that fatten the war zone, flatten like General Patton, bitch-slapping privates while snitching and ratting. Make America great? Again? Too fucking late. Amen. Because he's missing the high-def coverage on CNN and CBS of the CVS burning down in downtown Baltimore. He's used to watching Fox, so he's missing what's in store in cold storage, inside old stores, outside the STL. Hands up. Don't shoot. Watching what fell. Watching what burned to the floor when we can't breathe. I 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 can't breathe through cold sores and old gore, packing our noses, taking too much more out of what you say you abhor, taking it out of our core while you smell the roses. I can't breathe. I could have swore there was more doors to our souls where racist blind moles dig at these cop-killer lynchings while we're expected to stop even flinching at the swinging rope, pinching skin at black necks and clinching the cinching white-hot Gordian knot coating throats with voting rights the likes of him conveniently forgot. I can't breathe. Choking by inches like tightening winches and snatching the rights we have to relearn to fight for in order to re-earn through tears those same rights what got withheld last year, last decade, last century. If only we'd get them. If only you'd let them. But instead we get treated like yesterday's whores. I can't breathe. Why can't we breathe? I can't breathe. Why can't we breathe? I can't breathe. Why can't we breathe? We can't breathe. Why can't we breathe? Because the State of the Union is that the union's in a state.